and then I have to do like a big old chunk, and I bite into them, and then I have issues with my teeth, and then my
And
dentist.
then you end up at the dentist. Did you get it taken care of?
Well, the dentist says that what happened is something got stuck because it's I have a bridge, so it's like
Oh,
under the bridge, and I remember the Red Hot Chili Pepper song, "Under the Bridge." You remember that song?
yes.
So something got stuck under the bridge, so it caused like a little infection type of thing
Inflammation. Yeah.
and irritation and everything. So the medicine that I got prescribed over the counter, well, not over the counter, but you know those. Take one of these and take two of these and some say that flax or
Yeah. Antibiotics. Yeah.
yeah. So I did that, and sure enough, it helped. But one of the things that I sometimes have an issue is like sometimes I'll be so passed out at night that I don't brush my teeth at night.
Mm.
So under the bridge downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is, so I don't brush them, so something will stay there all night. So that's not going to be a good thing.
Yeah. Nope. Every day, twice a day at least.
But he said it's your candy eating habits
If you
because
let
I
the sugar stay there.
yeah because I do tend to like anything. If you ever see me eating candy, I'm going to go on chomp into it. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Root? That's me. A one, a two, three, three. So how's everything going?
Good, good. I
I
think everything.
I see you everywhere.
I know. I am. I can't stay off. I can't keep my mouth shut.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's go through the comments and then we'll go into what's going on. Who's number two waiting, asking for a friend? Teddy, good evening, good evening. Joe, oh, good evening, good evening. One. Under the Bridge Downtown. I love that song. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take
Take me all the way.
I don't ever wanna. Oh, what are you dressed as? A Cameron County Commissioner? See what I did?
That's a good one.
And let me say, and I think Susie and I were talking a little bit. I don't like going to do the Halloween thing. I'm so very, very grateful that my dentist and the kids they left before all this fiasco started. One of my sisters goes, "Do the kids want to stay for Halloween?" I'm going, I don't think they want to do that.
Hmm.
They got to go. And part of it has to do with I don't like crowds. And I was, and Sue and I were talking about it, and it does get to be very, very dangerous out there. Driving, walking around with your kids and people here in Brownsville. They're not the best drivers in the world.
Yeah.
I
I
don't.
think they have all the events before. They try and discourage, the whole trick or treating thing now with all the events they have days before, but you're always going to have those hardcore ones that want to trick or treat on the 31st.
Yeah. I don't get it, but maybe. Uh,
I'm worried about all that fentanyl now. Like, I hope parents are really checking that candy.
well, let me say it's scary because a lot of going back into my chomping on candy, a lot of it, it's like, and I share I shared with Susan my tongue, well, not like that, but
Hey, don't start rumors there.
on my
My,
tongue, orange and greenish, and it's because I love Tic Tacs, but I can't do like the sucking on the Tic Tac. I have to chomp down on them, and and if you've seen the rainbow fentanyl that's out there, as it's all like rainbow color,
yeah,
so easily you could pick that up and like start chomping on it.
yeah.
Not a good thing. And again, I'm always poking fun at Carlo, going like, "Yeah, it's open border crap." we have. And I actually had Donald Klepper chime in. He go like, "What about the air? What about the sea?" And I said, "That damn Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be the death of me." But yeah, fentanyl is a big issue because of course. Good evening to the both of you. Good evening. Is that thunder that I'm hearing?
Yes.
They say it's going to be a couple of rainy days. Not a good thing. Happy Halloween para los de PUB. A good spooky evening, Mr. Castro. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Miss Susan.
Hi.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Nice, Erasmo. Buena rola. Thank you. And I think she's laughing at my tongue comment. I think we scored a good stash of uh,
Oh.
call me trick or cheese. I think you maybe hacks or you just sent me another friend request. That was not me.
Uh-oh.
Unfriend that individual immediately. Immediately. I hear thunder too. Yes. Hello, Susan. Hello, Eraso.
Hi,
Hello.
Kevin.
Kevin is nuts.
Oh gosh.
You know Kevin?
No, I don't.
I know Kevin. He's kind of,
Oh.
but I like nuts. I think I do well with nutty people. Let me get, I think, more comment. And we had a lot of kiddos trick or treating. Yeah, there was a lot of kids. One of the other things is that a lot of times the kiddos don't go dressed in these reflective clothing.
No.
That's always an issue. That's why I don't like to do the Halloween thing. Happy Halloween.
Mhm.
One of the good things about being in my office and the thunder. Garth Brooks. Lightning strikes. Tawada Princess came by. Too cute. Ah, the good thing about having great neighbors. I mean, now that Twitter is owned by Elon, are you going to post more stuff on there? Uh, no. One of the things that I have set up, guys, is that my Twitter account is connected to my Face account in the sense that everything gets transferred over automatically from my Facebook to my Twitter. That happens with my Instagram. I
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could automatically like if you post on Facebook, you could automatically link it to Twitter and to Instagram.
Oh, I don't use either one of those. I
Well,
mean, I have the accounts, but I just don't.
yeah, if you link them, you don't have to worry about it because
Mm,
at the end of the day, it's again like I've told folks, it's just too much for me. Having this page is just too much for me.
yeah.
I don't see myself going out there and running a couple of them. Happy Halloween. Uh, uh, let's go into what's going on right now. One of the things that I am very very excited about is that actually I get to meet Tulsi Gabbard tomorrow,
I'm so excited.
and let me tell you, and this is nothing new. I've shared my excitement about Tulsi Gabbard since she was running for president of the United States as a Democrat.
I actually liked her too. I mean, not that she was a Democrat, but I loved her. I loved her. I really did.
If she would have been the nominee for president, let me tell you, it'd be very, very hard not to
Mhm.
run for Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is amazing,
I
uh,
love her.
and I loved her at that. She went after Hillary Clinton. She went after everyone on there for being such hypocrites. You know,
Yep.
and she just told it like it is. I mean, amazing, amazing. And this is one of the things that I constantly tell people out there. It's not a Democrat thing. It's not a
Mhm.
Republican thing. It's a candidate thing. And
Mhm.
let me tell you, Tulsi Gabbard has got some jab.
Mhm.
I mean, no one on that stage did better than Tulsi Gabbard that night.
Mhm.
The Democrat debate
Right.
didn't get the attention that she should have gotten.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
the
She's
reason she didn't get
amazing.
the attention she should have gotten was because her views, were more towards the middle than anything else.
Right.
Uh,
Right. A very conservative Democrat, let's say.
very
Not anymore, but she was.
Yeah, and I don't think she's actually openly stated that she's going to be a Republican. I think she's just saying that, you know what, guys, I
I'm
you know,
done. I'm done with these guys. That's basically.
that's exactly what she's saying. And let me tell you, I think that's one of the things, the sentiments. Like I was I was going to Matamoros today for a wedding, and scootering my pretty self to Matamoros for a wedding. And I run into some individuals at the bridge, and most of the individuals, hey, that's what we're voting for you. We're voting for you. And I don't hope nobody gets any retaliation because of that. But there was one guy out there, and I said, "Hey, man, remember it's time to go vote. Don't forget to go vote." He goes, "Yeah, I'm voting Democrat." I'm going like, "Yeah, that's not the right answer, bro. You don't vote a party. Vote for the candidate." And I said, "Bro,
Mhm,
they got you here on the minimum wage, on the damn bridge,
mhm,
on pennies to the dollar, and you want to continue with individuals, that have you, you know, with pennies to the dollar.
yeah.
You gotta get out of that little cycle." And one of the things that I think a lot of people, and again, I'm going to say this again. Look, guys, a lot of people go out there, oh, Beto Abbott, Beto Abbott. It's one of the fights that I have with Maggie. I'm going like, okay, not going to do much for us down here.
Mhm,
People going out there, oh, mantequilla, la mantequilla. And, after
mhm,
November 8th, we're never going to hear from these people again.
mhm.
And I made mention of this. And again, it's very, very frustrating for me, Susan, because at the end of the day, we had the Lucios in there for what, 40 years? 40 years. 40 years. What have we to show for it?
Yeah, that's just too long. I think it's too long for any party. I just think that's just too long. You become a career politician, you become complacent, you don't pay attention to the real needs at that time. It's just a job for you. I don't like the long-term um positions like that. I think there should be term limits. I mean, maybe they should be longer, maybe 4 terms, like a 12-year term or something. But this 40, 50, 60 years, too much.
Nothing. And we've got nothing. We had Vela in there for 10 years. We got
Hmm.
nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing. And at the end of the day, I had a great, great conversation with someone out there in down Lopez High School.
Mm,
And all these teachers associations and stuff, they focus on a lot of times on the things that are are impactful for them as teachers, which is okay because you're protecting your own skin. And a lot of the Abbott hate, a lot of the Abbott hate that comes from a lot of these teacher associations and up. Oh, not in Texas, we don't have teacher unions, but these teacher associations, a lot of the hate comes, well, the salary and the cap, and
mm,
going towards voucher system, and we don't, and all this stuff really focuses on the teacher, the
mm,
principal, and in the process, students are ignored.
mhm,
And this really concerns me. And I'll give you one example, Susan. One of the things that I was fighting for, and even before I was a board member, whilst I was a board member, and even after I was no longer a board member, was for my students out there by Lopez High School. You know that our kids at Lopez High School, they have no sidewalks over there. And also idea, that we have an idea out there. They have no sidewalks. And the kids literally walk in the middle of vehicles to get to school, you know. And when it rains, it's just a big old mess. They have nothing.
it's still like that?
Yes. And I went to county, I went to the city, I even had a meeting with TxDOT. I mean, I had a meeting, oh, not TxDOT, I apologize, with the individuals from the MPO, the merger, the out there asking where we were supposed to get some money for sidewalks and roads. We got nothing. And it really bothers me because a big old section of our kids out there, Susan, you know, who could have benefited from someone sitting in Austin or someone sitting like Vela
Mhm.
up in
Mhm.
Washington could have benefited from someone saying something.
Right.
But it goes back into this the Democrat stronghold that we've had here for far too long, guys. They've done nothing for you. They haven't. They have turned a blind eye when it comes to all these right of ways in regards to the land purchases, to everything that we could have had, like the bridge for no to nowhere, Titan Tires, and the sports park, the performing arts center that never came to be. And this is my concern. And one of the things that Frankie had mentioned, Susan, was where are all the local politicians coming out and screaming about Tenasca? None,
None.
except Mayra Flores. And again, and I tried, and again, I've told people out there, guys, she's making a presence. You
Mhm.
could call it whatever you want. I don't care, but she's there.
Mhm.
At least she's trying to get a little bit of attention out there because she's our congresswoman,
Mhm.
which is a great thing.
That performing arts is that the land over here on Morrison? Is that what they bought that for?
Yes, that was
Ah,
supposed to be a performing arts. And I could, I mean, I've shown people the plans, and I've shown people the meetings where they had approved the money. They took the money, Susan, and we got nothing, nothing. And now they're still out there, you know, cutting custodian jobs. Uh, Substitutes don't get paid crap. They're cutting principals, vice principals from the schools. You know,
and they just raised taxes.
they just raise taxes. Nothing. Nothing. Uh, no action against nothing. They just lost $1 million, thanks to Mary Garza, director of finance. $1 million. No one's going to get slammed. No one's going to get nothing because at the end of the day, again, because it's been a Democrat stronghold for so long,
Mhm.
the individuals that are in power, who at times, like at the state level or even at the federal level, that have been, Republicans, they don't pay much attention to Cameron County and Brownsville, Texas,
Mm-mm.
and they don't because you know you got Filemon Bell out there telling President Trump, go stick it up your butt, and it gets the left all like, oh yeah, 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 you tell them,
Mhm.
but it does nothing for our community. I mean,
Nothing.
there's a shut door. We have no open doors. No one can go communicate with it. So now there's an opportunity in Cameron County for individuals to stand up and fight for what's right. And again, people may say, "Oh my gosh, y'all sound like a broken record." I don't care. Going to
Mhm.
be saying it every freaking day until it sinks in. Before this election, on election day, and trust me, folks. Me personally, I will be here after the election, no matter what the damn result, and I'll still be screaming my ass off in regards to the corruption, our money, the deceit, the lies, everything,
Mhm.
because it's the right thing to do. It's not the
Right.
political thing to do. It's the right thing. My concern, Susan, is who have we heard from?
Mhm.
Anyone?
I my thing with this now is just what do the people have to lose by trying with new people? What do the citizens of Brownsville have to lose by voting all these incumbents out that have been here already doing nothing for us? They're doing nothing. Give somebody else a chance to actually stand up for the citizens because right now we have nothing.
What we have, Susan, has not worked.
Right.
It just hasn't worked. And whilst my students up there at Lopez, they still have to walk in between vehicles, guys. And only by the grace of God has nothing ever happened to the students out there. Walk in between vehicles in the mud, in the cold. No one lifts a finger. And it's the same thing's happening with this Tenasca thing, guys. No one. Yeah, we're praying it doesn't take one kid getting hit for someone to do something about it. And trust me, I mean, someone just sent me this message, guys. I Lopez, because I've seen the area. They've been in my prayers, but no one lifts a damn finger. No one does anything. This is the same thing that's happened with this Tanasca thing. I think you mentioned, Susan, or someone mentioned that now we're starting to see the Joey Lopez people and all these other people, going to the meetings. Oh, where the
Yep.
fuck were you?
Yep.
Where were they before? And now it's become a political point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about politics, because one of the things, and not to brag, guys, but let me say this: the individuals that are most vocal right now for the community, the individuals that are most vocal, and I appreciate everyone that's gone out to speak, but the people that are most vocal and pushing this every day, guys, because I don't care what anyone says, you better believe that my phone buzzes like
Mm-hmm.
crazy, and not only from the individuals that are pushing for this, guys, but from everybody else in the city of
Mm-hmm.
Brownsville, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
But the individuals that are most vocal about this can afford the extra $300-400 on their bill.
Right.
We don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
but we can afford it. So we're not screaming at the top of our lungs, guys. We're not doing research. We're not speaking to attorneys, guys, because we're hurting, and we're all hurting as a community. But we're doing it because there's a lot of individuals like my kids out there in Lopez who
Mm-hmm.
can't speak for themselves, cannot fight for
Right.
themselves. And that's what we need to continue to do, Susan.
Oh yeah. Yes, definitely. No doubt about it. No matter what kind of heat we get from individuals that don't like it and calls and text and everything else, it's all about the people that can't speak for themselves. And I've always said I've come from home health, and home health has my elderly, frail, disabled, limited income people, and I don't like to see them suffer, and everybody's suffering right now. So I don't really care what anybody thinks. I'm going to continue speaking my mind. If you don't like it, then just keep scrolling.
Yeah, 100%. And look, Susan, one of the things that I've said, told people again, like, just whatever we say or post, just prove us wrong. That's all we want. You know, go out there and say, well, these are the facts of us, and this is where you're wrong. And we have not had that.
Hmm.
Just show us where we're wrong, and we'll step aside.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, every day that passes, uh, we're proving all the more right.
Hmm.
And I've said this before. It is it is unfortunate whilst being very satisfying.
Right.
It's unfortunate because our people are still hurting.
Hmm.
Satisfying because what we've been screaming at the top of our lungs for years now was proven factual.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, 40 million, it's a step, but it's not everything. But imagine if nothing was said, that how long were they going to keep that in an equity fund without saying anything? I mean, that alone shows bad intention. You got $30 million sitting in a bank and you don't ever say, you know what, I think we should give it back. No, you just let it sit there. I mean, we're in 2022 now.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
ridiculous. They never had any intentions to coming, right and doing anything right. Never an intention to do it.
no. And look, as much as people out there may go like, "Oh, I hated Asma," or whatever, which is fine. I'm used to it. Whoever may go out there and say, "Well, Susan's posts are just like not right." Whatever y'all may say, guys.
It's much better.
If it hadn't been for all these loudmouths, all these negative people going to the meetings, screaming at the top of their lungs, guys, nothing would have happened.
Hmm.
It would have been another bridge to nowhere. It would have been another performing arts center. It
Yep.
would have been another Titan Tires, guys.
Hmm.
Because the more they remain in power, the more emboldened they feel to do whatever the hell they want, because
Hmm.
they can get away with it, because no one's going to say anything anyway. And Susan, you're right. If it hadn't been for the screaming, the negative people, the loudmouths, who knows what would have happened to those 29 million, those other 11 million?
Hmm.
Who knows? But again, I'm going to stick to my guns. not satisfied until they return 135 million of our dollars.
They need to return every single penny that they collected,
Every dime.
every of it. I actually did today. You missed that meeting. I guess Mr. Lopez was there to represent this time the finance committee. Shame on you. Um, they said that they did present it to the board regarding the subsidy decision after it was made. After that decision was made by the PUB executive team at that time, I researched it and I haven't seen it on the PUB board yet. So they need to point me to where the board approved that permission to use that money for, because there's no way that we can accept that the executive team said, "Oh, let's do it. It's a great idea." You can't do it. It has to go through the board.
I have to go to work. The individual is Tulsi Gabbard. She's
Amazing. It's
uh,
amazing.
she's amazing, amazing. And again, try and go and see a lot of the clips from that debate that she had. Shoot,
Mhm.
God, this woman can speak.
Yep.
And she'll be here in Brownsville tomorrow. And you better believe I'm going to be out there.
Yeah, she's great.
But let me tell you, I do not go out there to get ask for pictures from people. Uh, and in regards to individuals that come here, um, like famous people, like we've had a lot of Mexican singers and individuals, like I go like, you're not going to go out there and stand in line to take a picture. You better believe I'm going to stand in line to take a picture with Tulsi.
Did you already register on Eventbrite?
I surely did,
That's
and
her.
that's Tulsi Gabbard. And I did send a, I did send a text message to Congresswoman Maida Flores. I said I'd appreciate. I'm not asking to get thrown in the front of the line, but I greatly appreciate a picture with Tulsi
Mhm.
Gabbard.
Yeah, she's great. I love
I'm,
her.
I'm literally giddy.
Hmm.
I really, really like Tulsi Gabbard. I don't care what anyone says.
She's a great speaker too, and a
Um,
very smart woman.
yeah, I, I've seen again. I've seen a lot of her speeches because again, I'm a fan, and she gets asked questions on the fly.
Hmm.
I see.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, she can respond. She knows her numbers. She knows her facts, and
Hmm.
she knows the politics, which I think is amazing. So, yeah, if anyone has a chance tomorrow, guys, come out and see Tulsi Gabbard. I think it's at the Broken Sprocket.
It is. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. It's a 90% chance. Ugh.
But Tulsi Gabbard, guys, got to go out and see her. I will be out there. It'll be at 6 o'clock, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But it's a great opportunity. Again, anyone wants to do some research, do some research on it. But going back into this issue uh, with our area, guys, we've got to start thinking differently. It's like the guy that I met at the bridge today. I said, guys, your pocketbook, you know, is that your kids, your family, they
Mhm.
deserve better than what we've had, man. And,
Yeah.
and it's systematic, guys. It's systematic. We again, we had one of the top 10 zoos in the nation here locally. We had the airport, the hemisphere to the Americas here.
Hmm.
We don't anymore. What we have is Tenascus coming out of our rear end,
Hmm.
and that's unfortunate. And they've done this to us. And again, one of the things, and again, Frankie made mention of this. Not one single elected official has spoken up about it. And aside from Commissioner Roy de los Santos,
Hmm.
been vocal on it. For whatever reason, anyone may say, "Oh well," again, whatever reason. Jessica Tetro, actually, Commissioner Jessica Tetro, came on the show, and had some a lot of questions asked in regard
Hmm.
to her role in it. And again, guys, at least they're showing face.
Hmm.
Tenasca thing. And again, one of the things that we made mention is we've got to stay focused. And this is one of the things that I've had conversations with individuals who are out there. Look, we all have other things that we want to fight. We know, Susan, you've been very vocal, and I've seen it. and I shared it as well in regards to uh, groups out there asking for money, double dipping money, like all
Hmm.
Mr. Amigos, Sombrero Fest,
Yep.
these,
Hmm.
all these people, and I agree 100%. But
It's the same people. I mean, if you go back and you just look, it's always the same ones. I know so many nonprofits and other organizations that, they don't apply because they don't know, or they apply and they don't get approved. I mean, we have to change all of this. Is that for you?
no, I
Oh.
think for me, I was hoping that was either you or Telsey. Not too sure. Maybe both. Things gotta change, guys.
It's got to change. If we don't get comfortable with what's happening right now, or just because, like I posted, just because you went to high school, just because, a third grade teacher is running for commission or school board or whatever. Gosh, guys, we are not in a good spot right now.
We're not
We're
in a
not.
good spot. We're not in a good spot.
Mm-mm.
And look, my I'm getting these and again, guys. My messages out there, my text, my posts, they don't come from me, and I'm not as smart, and I'm not as smart as a lot of the posts out there, because a lot of the posts out there are very, very intellectual, and there's a lot of posts where a lot of people are, don't know where else to turn to, to get answers to their questions. I got a horrible post today from individuals at PUB, workers at PUB, who are now slowly starting to speak up and be a little bit more on the vocal side, which I'm very proud of. They still have to send stuff in, like that letter that I shared
Mm-hmm.
anonymously because of the fear of retaliation, to the point where some individuals have made mention that they fear for their lives.
Yeah.
That's how crazy this is, guys. But we're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Trevino became a millionaire. If he wasn't already from scamming the city and this county, became a millionaire because of Tenasca. That's madness, guys.
You know what I noticed today, Erasmo, and I don't know if this is true or not, but in 2019, I was reviewing the PUB 2019 agendas, and I noticed that on one of them they were going to be voting on local council, and now I see Trevino Bowden on all the annual budget reports. So is he currently their local council as well? Like just on payroll local council?
Uh, I do not know. He's claimed that he separated himself completely from them. I I don't think that any of these individuals separate completely, because
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I learned while at BISD is like Baltasar Salazar at BISD. Salazar, he had tried to have his hands in everything, to the point where when they ever needed outside counsel, Susan, he'd get his buddies out there to do it, and I'm sure he would get a cut from it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, did these individuals like Trevino, did they still continue to have access to the tit because of the friends that they recommended or the individuals that they helped place in their stead? I
Mm-hmm.
honestly don't know. That I cannot confirm or cannot deny, but I know that that's the way that they work. And again, it's just very, very unfortunate, because at the end of the day, the individuals that lose are the most vulnerable individuals in the nation,
Oh
not
yeah.
the county. For all those individuals who are out there like, oh well, national politics or Abbott, we hate Abbott, or Beto crap. I
Mm-hmm.
can't stand Beto. He's as fake as a $3 bill. Fake, fake, fake. I don't care what anyone says. He's not Texas's great white hope, despite the fact, and nothing against white people, because he is white. He's not a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Using the veto thing is just pandering to Hispanics. Not a Mexican. His ideas suck. It would make Texas California, and you cannot
Without doubt.
cannot Texas my California. I don't like the guy. Y'all, this is one of the fights that I had with my compadre. It's okay. We can disagree on that. But with that said, I think that a lot of folks out here have started to focus on on our local issues more than anything else, because that is what our focus needs to be on. It
Well, that's
has
where it starts. I mean, we have to start here. We have to start. If we don't start changing things here, we're never going to get any better.
anywhere,
Have
and
to.
have to. And once, and again, one of the issues, one of the reasons why we have to stress so hard, guys, that you've got to stay focused on the local, is because those are the it has to start somewhere. Those are the individuals that start that directly affect your life and my life. Those individuals. Once you start to get a group of these individuals together, guys, then everything starts changing in the sense that you got to start from the bottom. You got to start somewhere. Starts to change where maybe we'll start opening the eyes of more individuals out there, and they'll start voting the right way instead of voting for what Susan mentioned in regards to the compadres, the friends, because she was my third grade teacher, or what other crap like that. We don't need that crap, guys.
Mm-mm.
You know, there's a passage of scripture that says, "You shall know them by their fruits, by the fruits that they produce." Let me tell you guys that the fruit here in Cameron County, in Brownsville, Texas, hasn't been very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Local politicians don't want to screw up their votes. They don't. Let me go to the next one. So I voted today, and I was about to vote for Myra when the pen I was using turned around and said, "Really, fool? You best vote for Chente because before." And so I voted for Chente. More power to you, Peter. Again, guys, everyone is free to vote for whoever they want. I think individuals need to start focusing on, we need something different. We need something new. What we've had for far too long just hasn't worked. It hasn't. Too much credit to Maida for nothing because nothing has happened. Where's the national news? Can't Maida get a set? Uh, and this is one of the things that I made mention out there. I think a lot of us have tried to, to hunk on to national news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess that there's just so much out there that it's kind of hard. With that said, let me say, I mean, in regards to national news, we've got 90% of all national news that will never share a positive story on anything related to Mayra Flores, anything related to any Republican conservative candidate.
Yeah.
90% of the news medias out there, guys, are not going to be as strong as the other. But with that said, let me say, I hope, but we've gotten a letter with a letterhead that was directed towards the city. That's something. And again, one of the
Yeah,
things,
Carlo. Yeah.
yeah,
Chinte's too busy with Chinte's too busy visiting the high schools, Carlo. Where's he at?
yeah,
Love
yeah, and
you though. I mean, I
what,
love Tina more, but I love you.
and I love it too. And let me say, and stated this, I stated this privately, and I think I've stated this before, guys. I've asked the Chente people. I've asked them, guys, please come out. I literally said, guys, please come out and give us a statement, something, anything. We've got nothing in regards to the Tenasca mess. And this is my concern. No one has. We haven't gotten Chente. Joey Lopez all of a sudden appears
Showed up.
at a couple of meetings now.
Yeah, he did.
What,
I don't know
what,
who's with him. I don't know if anybody recognized who he's with. I didn't. I don't know all the county commissioners that well. It was a big, tall dude.
oh, that was Eliseo Davila, his chief of staff.
Oh, okay.
You know, now,
Yeah.
where were you before? And look, at the end of the day, wouldn't it have been so cool if, I mean, he has my number. He called me on one of these shows and said, "Que te pasa, Erasmo?" When it had to do with his little princess getting married and him getting all those COVID shots to all those people that were going to go to that damn little wedding.
Hmm.
And again, when you and me couldn't get together for a birthday party because we couldn't have more than 10 people, he had a whole big old shindig with over 250 people. You
Hmm.
know, then he decides to call me. Why didn't he call us before when we were out here screaming our lungs off in regards to Tenasca or anything else.
Well, not even Eddie Trevino. Eddie Trevino just came out to defend himself, but he didn't come out to say anything about what happened. Oh my gosh, it was such a horrible thing. No, he just came out to defend the money he took.
Nothing.
Hmm.
No one. No, like, where's all these great commissioners at the Port of Brownsville? According to the Port of Brownsville, they're doing such great work for the community and for Cameron County, and that's fine. Where's your voice?
Hmm.
Guys, and think of this, you all voted for these people. They are supposed to be your voice. Have you heard anything from any board member out there, sitting board member? They are one of the top consumers of electricity here in the community, guys. Have you
Hmm.
heard anything from any board member, guys, in regards to Tenasca, in regards to you getting screwed? And this goes back to my Lopez thing, Susan. Our most vulnerable are children who don't have sidewalks. Some of them don't have floors or roofs over their heads, guys.
Oh,
These
yes.
these individuals, guys, probably won't be able to pay their light bill. And look, people say, well, we got the moratorium where we're going to get we're going to get no disconnections till February. What's going to happen in February? Has anyone wondered what's going to happen in February? These people are going to get
Hmm.
screwed, and that's the individuals that all these elected officials should be fighting for. Chen,
Hmm.
Chen is an elected official, not in this area, but he wants to represent this area. Do something. It's a missed opportunity. Did nothing, guys. Did
Hmm.
nothing. None of these people did.
Hmm.
Joey Lopez, now he wants to show up at a freaking meeting.
Hmm.
How is Joey Lopez doing in his campaign? We all voted for you. Well, if y'all continue to vote for me, he's not going to be doing so well.
I haven't seen anything on his campaign.
Nothing. And let me say, folks, and again, this, and again, as self-serving as it may sound, everyone out there that's all Beto up the rear end and Beto that and Abbott this and Abbott that, you're not doing a damn thing for us here. Because at the end of the day, Abbott's still going to win, guys. No way Abbott's going to lose the state. And all that screaming and all those posts that you could have been using to push forward an Erasmo Castro campaign, and as self-serving as that may sound, that would have benefited you 1,000 times more than if Beto won or lost.
How
That's
long has he been in office?
who?
Joey Lopez. How long has he been in office?
I think he's been 2 terms.
This is his second?
Yeah, I think so.
So he's running for his third?
I think he's running for his third. Someone can correct me on that. I'm not sure. I think he ran against. I think he ran against Rigo Bocanegra one time, and I think one time he ran unopposed. And someone can correct me on that if you would. Amen. All these leaders, but not one leader. No one. And this, Susan,
Hmm.
this is such an amazing opportunity to see that phoenix rise from the ashes.
Hmm.
You know, to see that candidate out there going like, "Here I come to save the day."
Yeah.
Nothing.
I I'm so excited. I want to see all the incumbents out. I think it's going to be awesome if we get every single one of them out and
Everything.
everybody's new. I think
Every.
it's great. I think it'd
All,
be great.
it. Let me tell you. Then, folks, you better believe we'd be getting national attention
Hmm.
if every single incumbent falters and fails and falls flat on their face. We're going to have national attention coming our way like y'all wouldn't believe. The same way Maya was coming out every day, guys,
Hmm.
after her win for weeks, if not a month and a half, 2 months. I'm not sure, but constantly, guys. That's what we have.
I don't know
Because
how anyone with with a conscience can vote, especially now. In the recent, if you were even undecided a couple of weeks ago after that audit came out, and you can vote for Eddie and Joey and Gus and all those people that were in office at that time that Tanasca was going on, and they follow that leader Eddie, I don't know how you can vote for any of them. And with BISD, I mean, I can go on for days about the superintendent, but it's so obvious that the BISD morale is so low. This guy's being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's got, I don't know how many assistants for enrollment that is probably a quarter to 30-40% at most of what BISD can have. And this is the school board that's following him. You got to, how can you vote for that? It just makes no sense to me. Makes no sense.
None.
And I've been harping on Eddie, the board president, for weeks now because I've never in my life seen a board president push so hard for incumbents like that.
Because
Everybody has the right to support who they want, but to actually campaign for them in that manner so strong, it makes no sense.
because Susan, they're desperate for everything to remain the same.
It's
And,
not
and,
working. It's not working.
and to all the teachers out there, all of the principals, vice principals who have suffered these past 4 years, these past 2 years, guys,
Mhm.
the board president desperately fighting by pushing for his candidates that are going to permit him to continue to do what they've done. They want things to stay the same.
Yeah.
You need to think about that. If you are okay with the way things are, with you being treated as a secondary employee, with your education meaning absolutely nothing, with your dedication and devotion being considered garbage, then you need to vote for these for whoever these people are telling you. But if you're tired of the excess paperwork, no respect, tired of your insurance going to be a disaster for you very, very soon, you've got to vote for change. You've got to vote these people out. And by that, I'm not saying just go vote and sit on your fat ass. I'm saying get your ass in gear and start taking people to the damn polls
Yep.
and tell everyone you meet, please come out and vote them all out. Every single incumbent needs to be voted out at BISD, at Cameron County, as self-serving as it may sound. And come, guys, come May of 2023, every single incumbent at the city commission needs to be voted out. Everyone, all gone.
Yep.
But let me say, I had a conversation today with individuals at PUB, and look, it's for me as strong as a lot of people may think I am, guys. I get frustrated. I feel pulled. They've got the Limas guy out there screwing with their retirement money, guys. The Limas guy, the same guys, and Susan, it's the same names over and over and over again. Same names.
It's been my
When does
fight.
it stop?
My fight. It's been my fight with all these programs and all this money, and it's the same people.
Did you see the Karen bothering roasted bean business yelling, making a
Oh
big scene?
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And again, I made mention the individual, the Karen that you're referring to, is one of my attorneys. And again, I want them to play this out completely because I'm getting two conflicting stories out there. And again, it's my attorney. Not I'm not out there going to take a side. I love Zeke Silva. I love my attorney. Let's wait till it all plays out.
Mhm.
Love them both. And I had a conversation with Zeke. I said, Zeke, and he said, well, they said that she's your friend, and she's my attorney. And yeah, a very, very great friend. So I'm going to wait to see how it all plays out. Going to wait and let the videos come out and show everything else. But again, my number one concern right now, it, Susan, this may sound kind of crazy. My number one concern right now is not my election.
That what? I'm sorry.
My number one concern right now is not my
I'm not
election.
your election.
It's my community getting screwed over.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, guys, if we win this election, it'll be great. If we don't win this election, it'll be okay. It won't
Hmm.
be great. It'll be okay. But your life is going to remain the same.
Right.
And that's not going to be okay.
That's true.
That's not going to be okay. I will continue to fight.
Every vote counts. Every single vote, especially locally. Locally, these races are 300, 200 to 299, 299 to 312. I mean, every single vote counts.
Everyone.
Don't think it doesn't because it does.
And I will say, and again, uh, I'm having a fight. Oh, now it's too late to send you a link. I'm leaving. Just wants you to send him a link. Um, Guys, every single vote is going to count. It's important. Again, not only you go out and vote, get other people out to vote. It's the only way that it's going to happen. We're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, no matter what the outcome, guys.
Mhm.
But we need something different. And what we have hasn't been working, and we need change. Let me get to the comments before I get yelled at by Maggie. Oh no, Maggie's not talking to me anymore. It was their personal little nest egg for them and their loyal followers. That, and again, you're right. This is one project. Can you imagine, Susan?
Oh, I don't even want to buy another shovel to start digging because you dig, you're gonna find.
This is one project. One. I was going to go see Tulsi, but I have to go drink Resaca water instead.
Oh, but you loved her what when she was campaigning? No,
Yeah. Let me tell you,
Carlo. I was gonna pick you up, Carlo. Darn it.
let me say this, guys, and Carlo. If she was still a Democrat, I'd still go out to see her.
Me too.
You know, if she was a
Mhm.
Democrat, and I knew she was coming to the area, you better believe I'd go see her. But not because she's a Democrat, or not because right now she's left the Democrat Party, because she
She's just
still
cool. She's cool.
she
She really is.
she speaks her mind, and I can respect that. And I've said this. Another great speaker that I went to go see was Barack Obama, a great speaker. And if I had the opportunity to go see Barack Obama again, you better believe I'm going to go see Barack Obama again. He's a great speaker, and Joe isn't.
What? Hey, hey, hey.
How's it going, guys?
And Joe Valdez is not a great speaker.
Yeah,
Hey,
touch
where
everything you
have
know.
you been? We haven't heard you come out and fight with us. What's up with that?
Oh my gosh.
I told him the same thing.
Yeah, no, I, I, ha- I have been completely overwhelmed with work, and I, I'm working a little bit more at the college, so I go
Mm.
from one job to the other, so it keeps me pretty busy.
So you agree that all these incumbents at the board needs to go out?
That all these what?
Incumbents at the BISD board need to get out because they're
Oh,
over you.
no comment.
Oh,
Hey, I'm an employee with a district, man. What can I
he said
say?
yes. He said yes.
What can I say? What can I say?
Over. Let me say, I got into I got into a little pissy moment with Joey the other day.
With who?
With you.
When?
I'll hold my tongue for a little bit because Joe actually lives in my precinct, and I still don't even know if he actually went out and voted for me.
No, I'm actually gonna go vote tomorrow.
And so
Mm.
you're gonna vote Erasmo Castro, right?
Of course, man.
That's the same thing you probably told Joey Lopez.
What's that?
That's probably the same thing you told Joey Lopez.
Nope, absolutely not. You know better than that.
Anyone witnessed an accident behind the Galaxia simulation yesterday about what the hell was that?
That was my baby.
Oh, I thought it was like someone out here on the sidewalk. Like, my God, I thought my door was locked. So please message me. You will remain honest. Thank you. It was for Susan. Oh,
Me? Oh, thank you.
Susan is my crush right now. That woman is cute and has presence that makes you listen. Snap those fingers when they start to drift. Uh, Kayla also asked to come out and nothing, so you're right on that. Yeah. And again, look, I don't have anything against him. I've met him one time. One time.
Were you taller than him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do all these short people want to have a leadership role position? I've only met him once, and it was like such a missed opportunity.
Mhm.
Missed opportunity because the sentiment of the people here is good. Joe, aren't you pissed with the Finesse got it?
Uh, I am more for my father than I'm for myself because I knew that PUB was up to no good a long time ago. So the first opportunity I had to get out, I jumped ship. So I haven't been getting screwed by PUB in a long time.
That's
So, but they still owe me money because I did have PUB during the Tenasca time. So I expect my check also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now my father's electric bill has gone from 100 to $400-500. He's had disconnection notices. He's had to go make arrangements. When all this time they owe him money with interest. So yeah, no, absolutely. I very much have appreciated what you guys have been doing. Miss Susan, you've been awesome out there. What's this young lady's name? Also, she gave a pretty good speech. Huh?
Kayla,
Kayla.
Kayla,
Oh, Kayla or
Linda,
what's the other one?
Linda.
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 Yeah, Linda is a former uh, BIZ student that competed in Skills USA, which is a CTSO that we sponsored for many years, leadership CTSO. So good to see that she's putting it to good use now.
Yeah, I agree. Linda was amazing. I think
Mhm.
Kayla was amazing.
Mhm.
Everyone that has gone out there to speak, Susan, I've already stated
Mhm.
it's been okay. She's been amazing.
I mean,
Everyone, everyone's been they're doing a great job, and everything has been appreciated. But let me say one of the things that Joe is blessed with. A lot of people, most people here in the city of Brownsville are not, is choice.
mhm.
They don't have a choice. They don't have an option, and that's what's very unfortunate, Joe. Because again, you serve some of our most under represented student populations,
Mhm.
Mhm.
as well. And let me tell you, I'm getting messages from a lot of individuals out there that work with students from Porter and Lopez, este, who have said Erasmo. I mean, they've actually told me Erasmo, we wish we could push for these individuals to vote for you, but they don't live in your precinct. Parents don't live in your precinct, but we're getting the same that people just don't know what to do anymore. And it's unfortunate because Joe, they don't have a voice.
Mhm.
Don't have a voice. The only voice they've had for a while now uh, has been mine.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now from what I've heard, um, and I had asked you if you could send us a link because I had a student that wanted to come out and invite the community, which is the reason why I asked you to bring me on here just for your closing so that I can make that announcement. But that student actually came to me and asked if I could reach out to you. She's a fan of yours. She says that you supported their choir projects for the last few years. So she's very grateful, and she wanted to come on and thank you for for your attention that you give the students. But also, we wanted to invite the community. But when you get to the closing, we'll take care of that. But I will tell you that you definitely have the students' ears. So I mean, you left an impact with them when you know the opportunities you had to support them, and you still do. I know that you still do.
One of the things about students is that, again, and I've told people this because, again, I would walk into an auditorium, into anywhere, and it would go wild. And I say that because most of the kids out now in high school, they're a little bit more on the woke side. They can tell when someone is being genuine and someone's bull
Mhm.
you know. And I appreciate I love my students. And again, uh, whilst I was a board member, and even after I wasn't a board member anymore, one of the things that hurt my heart was having to go to a lot of our students' funerals. You know, I mean, there's nothing for me that's been more devastating than having to go to our students' funerals, guys. And again, we're talking about individuals that are so underserved in this community, who are don't have a chance to continue to grow in this community because the individuals that you have in leadership positions, they just don't care. They're not providing for mental health programs out there. They're not providing for basic needs, which includes sidewalks, getting to school, being safe. They don't care about safe. I don't care how many safety meetings they have, guys. The issue with BISD and with our community leaders is they are reactive. And my concern, which is a concern that I got sent in right now as a text message, has been the same in regards to Lopez. Does it have to take one of our students to get run over?
Mhm.
These commissioners, these county commissioners, these city commissioners, to work together, get their ass in gear, and put some damn sidewalks so that our students can be safe. It's just that simple, man. Keep our kids safe. But no one cares. And you know why they don't care, Joe and Susan? Because they don't vote. And
Right.
the people out there in the southmost area, you know this, Joe, and a lot of them are undocumented. A lot of these people are resident aliens. All these people don't vote. And that's what's very, very unfortunate.
Mhm.
But I don't have the luxury of only focusing on issues that have to do within my precinct. I don't have that luxury. I have to deal with every issue that happens in the city of Brownsville, be be me running for a precinct position or not. And this is what really irks my chain, that we have individuals like the county judge, as Susan mentioned, we have Eddie, Joey Lopez, Sofia Benavides, this other guy, I can't remember the guy's other name, not Garza. You have these individuals that have a chunk of their constituents living under the thumb of PUB. And not a one has come out to speak. Not one.
Mhm.
It's raining. Yeah, now I know. When is Susan going to run in Brownsville?
Mm.
2023?
2023.
Everyone that voted against the arena needs to come out and vote. You will be standing for the same principle: end the corruption, the politics, the rubbish line.
Yep.
Got two comments in the book. Hey, that's what I missed the 2020 election days. It feels so long yet so little time ago. Nice to see the show is still going strong. 100%. Love you, Papa. Haven't seen you in a while. Puro Frankie Olivo 2020. He is the baby goat.
Mhm.
Uh, I haven't heard from him today. Hello, Susan, my old friend. Come to stop to you again. Please go vote. Thank you, Nancy. We voted for it as a president. Love you. Hello, Mr. Erasmo and Mrs. Susan. You can win this, Erasmo. Remember the arena. I'm praying, guys. I'm praying.
Mhm.
Anything other, Susan?
Just vote. We have 1 week left. Early voting stops November 4th. And
Uh,
then we have the 8th elections, and that's it.
please, guys. And being part of the political process uh, doesn't limit you to go out and vote. It's not enough. You have to go get other people out to vote. Send text messages, uh,
Mhm.
phone calls, take people to the polls. It's not enough for you to vote, which is a good first step. Get other people out there to vote, like my Hector does, and like Ben, my friend, does. Go out there and get people to vote.
Mhm.
So, I know you might have some parting words, Joe.
Um, so absolutely, it is definitely important that we uh, exercise our civic duty and go out and vote. I think that if we're going to sit around and complain about things, then we need to get ourselves up and out to the polls, and not just us, but like you said, bring our family, friends, neighbors, and make sure that we go out there. I know that being off on the 8th, I am going to spend all day taking all my family and everybody that is the registered voter that is going to claim that, well, I don't have a right. I'm going to spend the day doing it. I am planning to go after. I'm sorry, actually, I can't go tomorrow. I'm going the following day because tomorrow we have our fall festival at Porter, which is the reason why I wanted to invite the community. It is open to the community starting at 5:30. Unfortunately, we were hampered by the forecast. However, today we had a 60% chance of rain, and we didn't see one single drop at Porter. So we're crossing our fingers that tomorrow it is how it was forecasted, which was through the early morning hours into the 12 o'clock, noon, 1 o'clock. And hopefully then we stop seeing showers out there. Um, we're gonna have some really good food. Our students are gonna go out and perform. We have the little silver dancing team from Canales coming out. We have our portobells, our choir. We have our estudiantina, our guitar group, our drum line. We have our conjunto, the Porter
Amazing.
conjunto is going to
Amazing.
come out. So we have a great lineup. We have great food set up. We have all the booths out there. The stage, it is free. It's there's no admission. Uh, all of the people that are out there are our student organizations that are trying to fundraise. So we want to encourage the community to come out and support our students, support our groups, and we'd love to see you guys out there. Don't let the rain in the morning scare you. We truly believe that after 12 noon, we shouldn't see showers out in the Porter area. Hopefully, Lying Larry and Frankie aren't lying to us. But so we hope to see you guys out there. Come and support our students.
I just it starts at 5:30 at what time?
8:30, 5:30 to 8:30.
Uh,
And 5:30, 8:30, and tomorrow is Dia de los Muertos, so it is themed that way. So we encourage everybody to come out dressed and enjoy our culture.
I
No, Erasmo will be in his best suit tomorrow. Trust me.
who will?
You're going to be in your best suit tomorrow. Trust me.
I'm going to wear my crazy clothes. I always wear my crazy clothes.
And then just paint your face and with your crazy clothes, and you'll fit right in.
Let me tell you, with this white and brown and black and red, I don't need no more facing. It's already here. Ya está apareciendo Día de los Muertos already. Let me say, I do want to go see Chelsea Gabbard tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So I think that hopefully I'll get to see her a little bit before then, and if I do, and then I'm rushing off to Porter. I'll be out there. And
Awesome.
I love my kids, and I love the fall festivals, guys. And to everyone out there, guys, please go. These are my Porter kids. I love my Porter kids. I love my Lopez. I love all my kids, all my students here in Brownsville. But again, these guys need the resources, guys. They're not getting them from
Yeah.
BLSD, as Joe said. They're not getting them from the board members, as Joe said. So we, we need to step it up, guys, and we need to produce funds so that our kids could be okay. And and be a part of all those worthwhile programs. A lot of those programs that Joe has stood for many, many, many years, and not just saying that, is to have seen it in action. And and hopefully uh, we'll get more Lindas like the one that was produced out of one of these amazing programs out there. And so thank you, Joe, for everything you do.
Appreciate it. Thank you for letting us come out and invite the community.
No, it's that I'll be out there. I promise. I'll as soon as I finish taking a picture with Tulsi Gabbard and probably being all giddy all day long and all night. I promise I'll be out there. Guys, have a
Awesome.
great evening, guys. Great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, still doing all that crap, guys. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
Bye, guys.